This is the KandiShow episode 2. Episode 1 went well, but we didn't post the whole thing just because I don't know how to speak.
Audio fuckery.
I don't know how to speak into a microphone. So I've been recording videos for 12, 13 years, but I don't know how to speak into a microphone. So anyway, episode 2. Hopefully we'll talk into the microphone a little bit better. I'm gonna be more attentive to it. My name is Vinny. Got my little brother.
I'm Alec.
And so we're going to start off. Yesterday was Super Bowl 55. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers dominated the Kansas City Chiefs 31-9. And I just want to start off and just give a big shout out. And the shout outs to us. And so mid-season, October 23rd, I placed a bet on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 8-1. I put $300 on them. So I collected $2,700, and then at some point, a little after that, talked my brother into putting a little money on two teams, and those two teams were the Packers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he cashed in at $1,400, so that was a win. My only real take on the game is just Buccaneers were faster than them on defense. Chiefs had a banged-up offensive line, which I think made a big difference because we've never seen Mahomes look so normal. He was moving around, couldn't get any throws that he usually makes, so made the Chiefs look normal. What's your take on the game?
Tom Brady's the GOAT, you know? And I feel like Patrick Mahomes didn't have as bad of a game as it's like made out to be. He had the injured toe, right? Wasn't
he had
the big thing they kept repeating that. And I mean, he got some good throws off. It was a lot of drops too, you know? There's that meme that keeps going around when he's like falling sideways, but he still gets the pass off. You know what I'm talking about? And it hits the guy in the middle of his hands. I mean, yeah.
And he drops it. Yeah. Kelsey had a couple drops that he never has. Tyreek Hill dropped one that he usually catches in the regular season, but they did drop it. And turf toe is no fun. I had that in jiu-jitsu ones. You can't push off your big toe. It's horrible. And it stays around for a while. And they said he's going to have surgery too.
Right. So. Well, and they were doubling up on Tyreek Hill the whole game too.
Which is the key.
Yeah. I mean,
3 deep safeties. Don't let Tyreek burn you and keep everything in front of you. I don't know why more teams don't do that. I feel like people are lazy in the regular season. But one other thing I do want to say that I think just shouldn't get us sunk under the rug or whatever the saying is. Tom Brady beat the Redskins the first game, but went to New Orleans, beat Drew Brees, went to Green Bay, beat Aaron Rodgers, beat the new legend, $450 million man Mahomes. So he beat Brees in New Orleans, then Rodgers, then Mahomes 3 in a row. So that's very impressive.
What do you think it is?
Tom Brady?
Yeah.
I mean, besides going to bed at 9:15 and just taking care of his body, I mean, he's a savage. You know, he's probably, if Kobe was doing stem cell in Germany, I'm sure he's doing something.
I don't think it's all physical, though, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't know that he had Antonio Brown moved into his house when he first moved to Tampa.
Right.
Did you know that?
I know that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think just his leadership.
I think in New England, too. He let him stay with him for a little bit, too. Remember Antonio Brown?
Oh, yeah, I saw, and he recommended him to, who's the motivational speaker, the big white guy?
Tony Robbins?
I guess he hooked him up with Tony Robbins. And who's the running back that came to the Buccaneers?
Leonard Fournette?
Yeah,
he balled.
Right. In his post-conference interview, though, he's like, yeah, Tom Brady's been texting us every night at 11 a.m. We got this. We're winning the game, you know.
On a deep metaphysical level, what you're saying, and no, I do think being a thankful person, a giving person keeps you younger longer, and we'll see. I believe
strategically,
in that.
though, you know.
Yeah.
Like,
well, he's a legit savage, you know, that warrior mentality. You see him barking at Tyrann Mathieu.
Right.
Tyrann Mathieu's a 27-year-old just barking, and Tom Brady ran to his face, probably said, "You sure you want to run your mouth? Let's see what happens."
I had to watch a 43-minute little documentary on YouTube before the game on Tom Brady. And it was the documentary on everyone that was picked before him, like the 6 guys before him and where they're at, and they're like high school coaches and stuff, and then it's like
the
Tom
quarterbacks
Brady.
In his draft.
In his draft,
he was in the last round. He was in the last round.
Yeah,
he got picked like in the very last round.
Right. So they're going over all the quarterbacks who were ahead of him, you know, and then just comparing it to Tom Brady's career, and
wow, it's
crazy.
So anyway, yesterday was a good day. Didn't have to stress about it. Collected that 2,700. 4 G's richer because of Tom Brady. So we'll take that. Anything else to cover?
Do you think they're running back?
We'll see. That was one thing. Yeah, they did open up. Chiefs opened up as a favorite at 6-1. They opened up at 950 to 1. I saw even up to 11 to 1. So Chiefs were number 1 on the futures. Buccaneers were number 2.
Who's in the 3 spot?
I think the Rams are up there at Stafford. The Rams are like 10 to 1. There's a lot of teams that are close. 12 to 1s. I think Green Bay's the third. Green Bay's the third at like 12 to 1. They had like the Rams, Seahawks. It's all smushed together.
What do you personally think, or is it too easy?
Too early, because it's going to be a quarterback carousel. So a lot of quarterbacks.
Yeah.
For example, like Carson Wentz, if he goes to Indianapolis is really good. Phillip Rivers retired, and I still believe in Wentz. I think maybe he had bad receivers for a long time for the last 2 years. I think put him on Indianapolis, they're dangerous because they almost beat the Chiefs in the first round.
Yeah.
With old man Phillip Rivers. Mm-hmm. So again, there's a lot of carrying. Deshaun Watson's going to get traded if he goes to like the Chicago Bears, who already have a solid defense. That could be interesting. So we got to see where all these quarterbacks plays out. Who New England gets.
One more thing with Tom Brady, because Peyton Manning's my favorite quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how many rings did Peyton Manning get?
He got 3? One with Indy, 2, 1 with Denver. I think 2.
2?
2, yeah.
And what do you think the big difference was between Tom Brady and Peyton Manning? Because I feel like they have a similar playing style. Like, did Peyton Manning not have like as many weapons as Tom Brady, or is Tom Brady just better?
I think Tom Brady had more of a complete team than the Colts ever had. I wish there was a basketball comparison, but I don't have one. If Peyton Manning was like a Kobe, like an assassin, but Tom Brady is that
Peyton
too.
Manning, yeah.
Yeah, no, I know. I feel like Peyton Manning's more like Kobe. Tom Brady's more like LeBron, if that makes sense, just more well-rounded. But Peyton Manning was an assassin with the ball. But again, Brady's an assassin with the ball too. So I wish I'd have to think about.
Is that a similar comparison though? Those
Brady
two?
and Manning.
Yeah,
I guess
like
so.
Play style and stuff too.
The thing about Peyton Manning, the big difference is Brady wasn't highly touted, so he went in the 7th round. Peyton Manning was the number 1 draft pick. So Peyton Manning was this highly touted stud. Brady got in the 7th round. That's what makes Brady so impressive.
Yeah,
that 7th round pick and no one took him, and then he wins 7 Super Bowls.
Is that 7 for 10?
7 for 10. Yep, 7 and 3.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Impressive. And that I always think that's important. The whole how many if you get to the finals, you get to the Super Bowl, what's the record? Because that's the big thing. People are going to continuously say LeBron's better than Jordan, but Jordan went 6-0 in the finals.
How many rings did Bill Russell have?
Bill Russell had 11 rings. 11 rings in 13 years. Yeah. So that's impressive too. But people will say that the competition wasn't good back then. Again, you got to deal, play with the cards you're dealt with. So
how many more years does Tom have? He's 42.
Well, he signed the 2-year $60 million deal, and he said last night
2 year,
2 year $60 million, and he said he's coming back. So yeah, so he's definitely coming back. And I honestly, they should be better. But when the team wins a Super Bowl, though, a lot of guys do get paid, so they go to elsewhere. So we'll see who they lose. But I mean, they should be better. I mean, Brady's first year there built a rhythm. So yeah, the team should be better. So we'll see. And also, when I look at it, the competition's not that good. It's an older Aaron Rodgers and the Packers. I think the Rams are going to be interesting with Stafford because their defense was so good and they didn't have a quarterback. But there's not much competition when I'm really looking at it. Cowboys, soft, no character.
Browns,
but AFC. I'm saying Browns, Chiefs, AFC. I'm just wondering who's going to beat them in the NFC. Saints are losing Drew Brees. We'll see.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, Breeze, this whole Rodgers talks. I mean, again, Seattle with Russell Wilson, but they always come out, they start off good like they did this year, 5-0, and they just went flat, and they always do that. Remember the Russell Wilson MVP talks for 5 games, and now all we see is him and Sierra with pink hair in the box with
He just won the Man of the Year, Walter Payton.
Yeah, because he goes to I used to see that on Instagram, he goes to the hospital like twice a week at the Shriners or whatever, and hangs out with the kids. Yeah, he's a G. So, all right, well, that's it on the Super Bowl talk. Oh yeah, no, I do want to I did want to say something about the futures real quick. I'm gonna say this. So, So we hit on the Buccaneers 8-1. It wasn't that big of odds, but good thing I put 300 on it to win the 24. This was 3 championships in a row that I had last year. I had the 49ers at 30-1. I only had 50 on that at 30-1. They lost in the Super Bowl to the Chiefs, which they were up 10 in the fourth quarter, but whatever. That one lost. I had the Heat at 75-1. I had 50 on them at 75-1. That would have been a big hit, but obviously they lost to the Lakers. So I lost 2 in a row going into this one. So I was feeling it was due to hit. The only other thing is I want to say is my other ones I did hit back in I think it was like 2014 when UConn. Shabazz Napier was a senior. I hit that 80-1. I only had $10 on it at 80-1. I hit on the Ravens at 28-1 when Joe Flacco made that little Super Bowl run. So I hit the 80-1, the Ravens 28-1, and then the only other one I hit, the Philadelphia Eagles 2017 at 30-1, had 50 on them, and then I hit a small one on Virginia to win the college basketball tournament a couple years at 12-1. So I hit five nice ones with this one, but I lost the last 2-1. So just wanted to give that little rundown. And then into that, since we are going to NBA, let's go into the NBA talk. Our audio was messed up the first one. We did some NBA Finals talk, but it got cut out because I don't know how to speak into a microphone. So hopefully I'm speaking into the microphone better this time. But before we get into NBA Finals prediction, I just want to say, two things. On the futures, I did put 200 on the Milwaukee Bucks at 8-1. We have something right here. See, they're 7-1 right here, and the Milwaukee Bucks have been the last 2 years with the whole Giannis Antetokounmpo for MVP, or really 3 years. They've floated around 5 or 6-1. You couldn't get them better than that. But I went to Red Rock and they had them up to 8-1. Even this site we're seeing right now, they're at 7-1. So I saw 8-1. I was like, for that odds value, because they haven't been any lower, I'm jumping on them. So I put 200 on them at 8-1. I already put something on the Clippers, 300 on them at 550-1, and then I just put a little 100 on the Phoenix Suns at 22-1. So yeah, and then we did some NBA talk last time. The only thing I want to say right now, since the last podcast, LaMelo Ball had 34 points, 8 assists, and 0 turnovers versus the Utah Jazz, and now they're starting him. So this whole LaMelo Ball thing, now honestly he should have went number 1, and it's not like a big hot take, but he's by far the best ball brother. And right now he's averaging 14, 6, and 6 as a rookie, and he didn't start. He just started the last 5 games. So I'm just going to go out. I don't even think it's a ledge anymore, but I think Lonzo Ball will be I think LaMelo Ball will be an all-star next year. So, and then let's do NBA Finals predictions. You tell me your NBA Finals predictions, and then I'll go.
I have Lakers beating the Clippers and making it in. And then
we can do that, yeah.
In the East, I don't know. I keep seeing Celtics talk everywhere I check. Everyone's saying the Celtics, but I'm gonna go 76ers with the Nets, and then the Nets take it.
Yeah.
And then I have the Nets sweeping the Lakers in the finals.
Ooh, Nets 4 over the Lakers.
Yeah.
And if you see Philly right now, they're up to 12-1. Celtics here are 20-1. That's the only other team I do want to put a little money on.
The
but
Celtics?
Red Rock, Celtics. But Red Rock won't get them over 14-1. But I like the 20-1.
Why does everyone like them so much?
Because they're the one team that still has, like most of the teams that have stars, they are who they are. Like even James Harden, Kyrie Durant, they're not getting better. They just are who they are. The Celtics stars are still getting better. So we don't know the ceiling yet. It's Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and then Kemba Walker is like their third star or MVP.
Can you see them taking out the Nets?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you honestly. If I can get them at 20-1, I'm putting 200 on them, and I'm riding out the season. I'm riding out Celtics, Bucks, Clippers, Suns. I'm just gonna ride that out. I just don't want them at 14-1 when I see you can get them at 20-1 everywhere. So, okay, but yeah. So I'll do my, since you did it that way, I'll do Eastern Conference Finals. I got the Milwaukee Bucks knocking off the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to be biased to my futures. So I got the Bucks beating the Nets in 7. The thing about that matchup is you're going to have to match, obviously, the 3 stars, Kyrie, James Harden, and Durant. Kyrie now, with the Bucks having Drew Holiday will match Kyrie. Chris Middleton will have to match James Harden, and then it'll be the Durant versus Antetokounmpo matchup. So they're just going to have to out-tough them, put up some points. But yeah, I got the Bucks beating the Nets in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I got the Clippers beating the Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. And I'm going to set up a Clippers versus Milwaukee Bucks NBA Finals. And my biasy recency wants me to go Milwaukee Bucks win the championship, but I'm going to go Los Angeles Clippers win the NBA Finals.
So what do you think is going to be different this year from previous years with the Bucks?
Well, 2 years ago, the Milwaukee Bucks played the Toronto Raptors, which had Kawhi Leonard, who went on to win the finals. They were up 2-0. So, if you go up 2-0 on the best team, you got to manage.
Was that the year Golden State was injured?
That was when Raptors played Golden State in the finals.
Right.
We watched that at Dad's house.
Yeah.
But yeah, Bucks were up 2-0 on the Raptors, and they just faltered, and Raptors came back. Now, Antetokounmpo is 2 years better than that. And then last year I think is a little weird year because of the whole bubble thing. That's why I do think the Clippers were hurt. these guys were in hotel rooms like they were college kids.
Yeah.
I mean, I've told you this before, but Paul George, Lou Williams, these guys, they go to practice and they're out. They're at the clubs, they're at the bars. They're not used to being kids stuck in a college room like they're kids. So I do think that threw off a lot of these guys' swag. So I think Clippers were really affected by that last year. And also the difference would be Clippers didn't play the Lakers. So if there was this thing of how did the Lakers lose, they didn't play the Clippers in the playoffs. Since remember the Nuggets came back and beat the Clippers. So then it was Nuggets-Lakers.
Right.
So the reason the Clippers are the best matchup against the Lakers, they can throw Kawhi and Paul George at LeBron. No other team has that. And now they have Serge Ibaka too, which he'll be toughness to throw at Anthony Davis. So, and again, I got money on Bucks and Clippers to win the championship. So I'm going to go Bucks-Clippers. I'm going to go Clippers win the championship. Kawhi Leonard gets his third ring on third different team.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's how that's going to go. Then that's all I got for NBA. Let's go into UFC 258 predictions. This weekend is Kamaru Usman versus Gilbert Burns for the 170-pound title. Do you want to give your picks first, or you want me to go?
I'll go first. I have Gilbert winning.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing. Like a lot of these guys, once they get the belt, and get a different type of money, they go soft. We talk about it in every sport, And Gilbert's he's too hungry, And I think the jits thing is going to play a big part of it, If you're not scared to get taken down, you're more likely to sit in the pocket and throw shots. Right. And I mean, I've been watching all the previews for the fights, and Gilbert just looks hungry, He looks. The only thing is Usman's now with what's his name? Trevor Whitman. Yeah.
And training with Justin Gaethje.
Which is a killer who is the trainer for Rose Namajunas, Justin Gaethje. Yeah. Is there anyone else?
Those are the main guys.
Yeah.
He's been around the block, though. He used to train Marquardt and Rashad Evans back in the day.
I think it's a way more interesting fight than it's getting hyped. I feel like this is more like a UFC, like MMA fan fight here. But I have Gilbert winning by knockout.
Dang.
TKO. Yeah. He's just too hungry. I think he just wants it more,
As of today, he was plus 220. Usman is up to minus 280. The thing is, they train together too, so it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be a great fight. It's gonna be the fight where there's gonna be some interesting scrambles, and in those scrambles, does Usman just take him down and hold him down, or can Burns make some kind of interesting scramble and get into a good jiu-jitsu spot? That being the case, I'm going with Kamaru Usman by decision. I think he just ends up getting some takedowns. He can stand. He proved against Colby Covington he can stand and bang. I'm going to throw a little parlay out there. My favorite parlay is what I'm going to do, and I'm probably going to bet this. Actually, I am going to bet this. 3-team parlay. I'm going to go Kamaru Usman minus 280. Bobby Green's fighting Jim Miller. I love that matchup, but Jim Miller is a step slower. He's going to try to bang with Bobby Green. Bobby Green's going to be quicker, more athletic. I got Usman, Bobby Green, and then probably the second best fight on the card is Ian Heinisch versus Kelvin Gastelum. Chris Weidman versus Uriah Hall was supposed to be the co-main event, and then that got scrapped. So now Ian Heinisch versus Kelvin Gastelum. Kelvin Gastelum's minus 210. Ian Heinisch is plus 175. I just think Kelvin Gastelum has lost that fire. He's been in LA partying for a while now. He went out with Mike Tyson and ate the toad or drank the toad, whatever they do. Not saying that makes you softer. I mean, Cejudo did it with him. It was Cejudo, Gastelum, and Mike Tyson. Wow. They all did the toad together, so that had to be interesting. But
what a tripping trio.
Yeah, and so I don't know. Gastelum got heel hooked in his last fight. I always forget that guy's name, but so he got heel hooked in his last fight, lost to Adesanya. He needs a win, but I think Ian Heinisch is going to be a little hungrier, a little scrappier. So I'm going Usman, Bobby Green, Ian Heinisch. 3-team parlay.
Yeah, I have Ian Heinisch in that fight too. I saw in the UFC preview again that his strength and conditioning coach, Kevin Gastelum, is his girlfriend. Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
His girlfriend
I didn't even get to that part.
is his strength and conditioning coach. Geez. So, I mean, like...
More tendencies of softness?
Which, I mean, I guess that's cool,
Yeah,
but,
that's cool. Yeah.
I think it depends on what arena. I think it's cool to have your girl with you and supporting you, but I don't think as a... strength and conditioning coach is the best move.
And that's nothing against women's strength and conditioning coaches.
But your girlfriend, it's a different thing.
The guy both the UFC PI, him and his wife both do a strength and conditioning class together, so no offense to girls, but yeah, I would like to see Kelvin win. I've always thought Kelvin went all 5 rounds with that war with Adesanya. He fought Adesanya to a great fight, But I think Ian Heinisch wants it. He was the dude that went to prison too, so he's real tough. He's got some like real grit to him. He's gonna make that a dogfight. And I don't know if Kelvin wants to get in dogfights anymore.
Just to bring it back to the main event, do you feel like the line is accurate with the, what is it, plus 220?
Yeah, it's up to Usman's minus 280 now. Yeah, it's raising too. Again, I just think Usman. I do think Usman is one of the most dominant champions.
So what do you
right
think?
now.
He's just taking him down and he just can't fight back? Like,
yeah,
he can't work off his back, or?
Yeah, I think Usman just gets him to where he wants. He might try to stand and bang with him too. His hands look good against Colby Covington. It could be a boxing match. He's longer too. He's longer than Burns. You know, Burns would have to somehow get inside and drop him, but we've never seen Usman get dropped like that. So Usman's 12-0 in the UFC. Never lost in the UFC.
Yeah,
Usman's a savage.
I think it's a really good fight.
I think it's a savage fight. I do think it's gonna be a great fight. I just think Usman finds a way to win 4 of the 5 rounds, and if not all 5 rounds.
So jiu-jitsu versus wrestling, you just think?
Not always, but this one, because Usman's so dominant. But yeah, and Burns trained it. Came over to Zenith, Dryzos a couple times. He used to have the Zenith patch on his shorts.
Really?
Yeah, but
I saw the. Who's the coach of Burns? What's his name?
He trains with Henry Hoof, the guy down in Florida.
I don't know if that's I think it was his strength and conditioning coach, or someone was like, "Oh, we have secrets waiting for you," or something.
Well, because they used to all train in Miami together at Henry Hoof's gym. It's now.
I saw him training shooting for takedowns. Burns was so. That'd be crazy if you try to take him down and submit him.
Yeah,
you know?
I think it's a great fight. If I just had to put my money on Usman, but I'm excited for that fight. And again,
how confident are you in that? Can you see it being both ways? Or are you confident?
No, I can see it going both ways. Yeah,
yeah,
I can see Burns getting interesting, maybe hurting him. We'll see. Also, Usman hasn't fought anyone this explosive, unless I'm mistaken. Colby Covington is an explosive. I'm trying to think. Tyron Woodley.
I kind of want to see who's in that weight class.
Well,
Tyron's gone.
Tyron's gone, and that's the last two they beat. They both beat. Usman finished Tyron. Usman beat him in 5 rounds. Burns beat Woodley. Burns might have finished Woodley. I'm not sure, but they both beat Woodley. 170 is interesting. It's open. You know, Colby Covington's still there. Michael Chiesa called him out after beating Neil Magny. The other one that the up and coming guy is Hamzat Chimaev. He's fighting Leon Edwards. He's like that. I don't even know what Middle Eastern dude, but he took those 2 downs. He won at 185, then fought 10 days later at 170. Oh damn! And Dana was hyping him up. Hamzat Chimaev. So that's a big fight. Hamzat Chimaev versus Leon Edwards. But yeah, 170 there's not that much.
Yeah, it's kind of empty. Huh?
Yeah, it's kind of empty. That's why Gilbert's.
I wonder how this will do with pay-per-views. You know, I feel like this isn't really that hyped of a card.
And the big fight, Chris Weidman. Not that he's a big pay-per-view draw. He might have helped him a little bit just because he was the ex-champ and people like him. You know. But Weidman's off the card versus Uriah Hall. This one won't do much. The 259's loaded. The next one. But we'll talk about that when it gets there. So you're going Burns and Heinisch.
Yeah.
I'm going Usman Green and Heinisch. All right, and then let's go and so last week, and it's kind of funny because I'm not going to say that, but the Stephen A. Smith was like big breaking news. Stephen A. Smith says girls shouldn't fight in the UFC. I don't have like a big hot take on it by no means. I mean, again, women can fight women. It's the same kind of power, same kind of force. Like if they want to fight, they want to fight. There's no reason that girls shouldn't be able to box or shouldn't be able to be martial artists or do jiu-jitsu. So I honestly have no problem. But I think some of these old school people just feel weird because boxing back in the day, but even boxing back in the day, there's always been women. So I'm not too sure. I guess the cage and this kind of brutality thing that people think about it. But I think girls should be able to do whatever they want. So, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it matters. There's a lot of savage girls. I mean, Rose might be my favorite fighter in the UFC, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of amazing fights in the women. What do you think about transgenders fighting?
No, of course not. You can't be an old guy and then fighting.
That's the only hot take I'd have is I don't feel like that
shouldn't even be
morally
real.
Right.
They had that girl fight. The transgender girl was fighting. I guess it would have been a guy who changed into a girl.
Did you see
girls.
Biden sign something that allows transgenders to compete with other women? So I wonder if that's gonna fall into the UFC because no one wants to.
That I won't support.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Maybe Stephen A. Smith has this new show on ESPN Plus now, his own like Stephen A.'s World. So, and that's the world where you just go for a hot, just a breaking news. Like, bro, You were saying that when Ronda Rousey was blowing
Sometimes the girls' fights are the best because, I mean, it's a little less technical sometimes, and they scrap a little bit more, you know, so it's...
And again, they're fighting each other. Who cares? Yeah. I don't get the big thing. It's not like someone has way more force. The transgender thing's different. That's cheating. So, and then just into again, we don't have much of a big old take on it either. We think they should be able to fight or not, but the other thing that was interesting was the bare knuckle fighting championship fought on Friday night. I almost bought the pay-per-view too, and I'm happy I didn't, at $49.99. But the weigh-in happened. It's Paige Van Zandt, who used to be in the UFC, and then she was losing. She can't beat the best girls, but Paige Van Zandt left the UFC. She had two big contracts on the table, one with Bellator, where her boyfriend fights, and then bare knuckle. I'm sure I would like to know the contract. I wonder if we could pull up if Paige Van Zandt's contract with bare knuckle. Yeah, I'm really curious what she got paid, but they built a whole card around her. Had the weigh-in, had the other girl probably talked her into pushing Paige at the weigh-ins, yelling. Who knows? She did seem like, I don't want to say trashy, but she did seem like she was trying to really VANZANT. And but anyway, so they were pushing each other the weigh-in. That caught a lot of hype the day before, and then Paige Van Zandt ended up fighting. Her girl name was Britton Hart. They ended up fighting in the main event. And Paige Van Zandt got beat up for 5 rounds. I don't know how much I like the bare knuckle thing, but it is what it is.
Is it showing anything?
No.
Is it showing any payday?
Go to the top. No, it's not showing. It isn't the easy pay. Yeah,
I'm sure she got paid.
Yeah, it's probably not disclosed. But
she's kind of a big
draw.
She
was in Dancing with the Stars.
Right. Yeah.
She was really big. Dancing with the Stars is big time.
Do you see a future for bare knuckle fighting?
I don't know. I mean, they obviously put a lot of money into it, trying to get it something, but
I feel like that's it's stepping over the line a little too much, you know? Because UFC makes people uncomfortable, so then taking the gloves off.
Right.
I'm sure I haven't watched any bare knuckle fights, but I'm sure they cut a lot more now. Like,
you remember Chris Lieben, the redhead guy? He was the one who, when Anderson Silva came to the UFC and embarrassed him. He was a redhead dude. He was popular back in the day. He fought on it, and it was his last fight. He was going out in retirement, and he won by knockout. So I was happy to see him go out with a win. Everyone loves Chris Lieben. He had like some drug problems and shit, but he was a savage coming up, especially when I was into it. And yeah, that was Anderson Silva's first fight and busted up Chris Lieben. But yeah, I don't know. Again, I'm not gonna. If you guys want to fight bare knuckle, just, do your thing. I guess it's fighting without the gloves. You're just boxing without the gloves on. But I don't know. It's a little weird to me. But like I said,
yeah, I have no interest unless they get some like crazy UFC vets or something to fight.
Yeah, and I almost bought it too, which is crazy. Yeah. But I'm happy I didn't. All right. So that's my only take. Paige Van Zandt got paid a lot of money by bare knuckle and blew it. On some other little fighting stuff, let's do first off, Logan Paul versus Mayweather was going to get pushed back. It was going to fight February 20th. That got pushed back to who knows. The report that I saw when I saw the Logan Paul podcast was I think they would like to have some kind of a crowd and make the most money that they can from it. I'm not sure. I mean, I don't really care to see that fight. I hope Mayweather blanks him up. Do you have any?
You don't care to see that fight?
It's just
I'd love to see that
one
fight.
Seems silly. At least Jake.
Why?
At least Jake is fighting funny guys like Nate Robinson and guys fights that are closer. The only thing that makes Mayweather Logan Paul close.
You wouldn't buy that pay-per-view?
I probably would. But I'm a sucker. I almost bought Paige Van Zandt bare knuckle fighting with a bunch of bums.
I'd love to see that.
No, don't get me twisted. I'll watch it. But
Jake Paul's been calling out Mayweather now too.
I saw that he made that whole little video about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, and then he read the poem to him.
Yeah, that was a good video.
Yeah,
Jake Paul's been putting out good stuff. I mean, yeah, and this is becoming a real thing.
Yeah.
And just to add on to that, we just saw they're doing the Aaron Carter versus Lamar Odom, June 12th. Like, geez. Aaron Carter's like 140 pounds soaking wet. Lamar Odom's 6'11", 240.
They would have to get paid so much. I don't understand.
And again,
why is Lamar Odom taking that?
I don't want to say Lamar Odom's a struggling ex-NBA player, but he might be a struggling ex-NBA player. I don't know where he's getting money still. It's not like he's still with Chloe. Again, and at this point, if they pay him $200,000, it's probably a good little check, especially to fight Aaron Carter.
It's a lot more than $200,000.
$200,000, maybe.
Get Lamar Odom in there. Yeah,
maybe. I'm sure they have to pay. I feel like they have to pay Aaron Carter.
Is that the headline of that card?
Supposedly, yeah. So we'll see. This is becoming a big thing now. This whole celebrity boxing, like they're taking it serious, and people are gonna pay. I mean, It's almost silly, but at least Jake Paul is fighting a real fighter in Ben Askren. I know we talked about that last one, but at least he's trying to take it serious. I've seen some footage. Aaron Carter versus Lamar Odom is just dopey dope.
Who do you have?
Oh, no, I got Lamar Odom.
How tall is he?
He's 6'11". They're not even like Lamar Odom has to be 100 pounds more than him.
Yeah.
And then, I don't have anything else.
How big is Logan Paul?
Logan Paul is like 185, 190. That's the only thing that gives him the advantage in Mayweather.
Vinny Kandis versus Logan Paul. Who do you have?
I'm beating up Logan Paul.
You think?
I'm training boxing. I'm beating him up. Yeah, I think I'm beating up.
How long do you think you need?
I would need 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah. I've been around striking for
You think you beat him up after 6 months of boxing training?
I think so. I think, I don't want to talk about myself, but I think I got decent hands already. I did that Palm Springs boxing, that tryout with Canoas,
Yeah.
I
would love to
Ethan
see
said
that.
that. You didn't go with me, but Oprah went that.
Yeah.
I made the team. They made me stand in there for a boxing fight for 3 minutes with a guy.
I remember when you came home. I was there when you came home.
Yeah, a guy was fighting. Had a fight coming up. He was smaller than me. And I wasn't as big as I am now. I was probably like 185, 190 or something. He was probably like 155. He was smaller, but they put me in there in a 3-minute round. And basically, I just had to last. And I know Steve, because I was a jiu-jitsu guy, wanted to beat me up a little bit. And he was hitting me and stuff, but I took some shots, and he even came over to me after. And he was like, "You took some surprising shots." And I knew they were trying to get me out of there too. They were trying to hurt me, but I stood in there good. And I didn't even know that was before Hendricks. I mean, that was 7 years ago. I know boxing better now, and just being around, I just think my movement's good, but whatever. So
I would love that.
But I got Logan. Yeah, come on, bro. I'm not letting them do that to me.
Damn.
All right, so should we get into music? Before we get into music too, okay? All right. Let's watch my brother get pussy right on the camera. No. So we have the last dab. Let's watch my brother get pussy right online. Let's watch him get pussy right on the camera. We better be recording. God. We better be recording. So there's a famous show called Hot Ones, which is a very popular show me and my brother like.
Shout out Sean Evans.
Sean Evans. He's great. Sir. He's a great interviewer, and he asks great questions. For as many mainstream people on, he does it very well. And I do think there's some realness in them eating the hot sauce, but so forever we've been talking about buying the sauce. And I bought it a couple of days ago. We better be recording, bro. Don't back this out. So finally, I ordered it, and it actually came. I didn't think it was going to come. And he's going out of town for Valentine's Day next weekend, so I don't know if when we're gonna record it. We'll probably record next Tuesday morning. I don't work till 11, but so anyway, I didn't think I was gonna have this last dab until at earliest the next podcast. But I checked the mail before I came today to record, and it was in the mailbox. So I was like, all right, I'm stopping at Chick-fil-A, getting some chicken nuggets. And we're doing the last dab on camera while we go into some music talk.
Are we just doing one nugget, or are we doing?
Well, let's do one nugget with the dab. I'm gonna. Do you want to get a little napkin real quick, and I'll get into. You can let it rolling. Is it rolling? Yeah. We're gonna do some music talk here. Tekashi 6ix9ine did make a little comeback. He came back with a beard. Previewed some new music. I'm not like a big fan of Tekashi 6ix9ine music or whatnot, but I am interested in the show. It's it's been something interesting. I know he made that album like 3-4 months ago, and it kind of was a flop. But so he went away for like 3-4 months. I also heard he got real fat, and I heard he was
he overdosed on diet pills.
Right.
Isn't that what happened?
Exactly, because he's real fat. So he tried to lose weight quick. And ended up here. Come grab this.
How old is he? That's embarrassing.
Come
Do
here.
Some push-ups.
Bro, I watched the bio. It was really good.
They have that in?
No, I watched a documentary. You should watch it. Yeah. Sorry, this is on the spot because I don't want to tell him about it, and I want to see if you be pussing him back out.
The same amount?
Yeah, here, bro.
Show the camera yours.
Yeah. It's the same amount. Is it on the camera?
Yeah. No, lift it up a little bit.
Okay, I don't want to get all the
there we go. Yeah.
Apollo last dab. This is the hottest one on the hot sauce. Let's get it real quick.
Fuck.
God bless. Let's go. So,
Oh my god.
So Tekashi 6ix9ine. So anyway, the whole thing is
I feel cold.
I don't know if he's gonna make music anymore. No, I'm just kidding. He's making music out. He dropped a new video, showing new music. So I don't care about his music. I do think he's gonna stick around. Whether people are trying to kill him or not, he can hide in a house. He has some new beard looking. He does look like he lost weight. So Tekashi 6ix9ine is back. Do you have a take on Tekashi 6ix9ine?
Fuck him. Fuck that guy. No, he's entertaining. I thought he was gonna disappear after this flop from the album, you know?
Right. Well, that's what they said too. They said that people went behind the scenes and tried to blackball him. You know, like Joe went and talked about Joe for a while was.
I mean, and it's just a hype, you know.
Yeah.
And I feel like once that train stops, fuck, this is hot.
Yeah.
Once the train stops, with the hype shit.
Yeah. But with him, he has such a big following now. He can still release music.
But people don't really like him.
I think
it's just he's entertaining. He like produces headlines and
people just like him shit. As just.
I don't think people like him. I don't think people are true fans of 6ix9ine.
Yeah, and his music. They just.
It's more of the like the chaos
the
he
show.
causes.
They like the show. Yeah.
Oh, we're drinking water. That's kind of.
I have a water, bro. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So.
I'm not gonna drink water.
That was good. I almost want another one.
You want to do another one?
You want to?
Let's do one more.
All right, let's do one more.
Because I feel like we
go big or go home. They only eat one dab on their show. Yeah, yeah.
And I mean, the nugget's smaller than the chicken.
Come get one.
Oh, okay.
That shit's good.
Yeah, the taste is good, but the bite on the tongue. Oh,
come on. Pick which nugget. Pick which nugget you want.
Just grab one from me, bro. Just do the same size. Yeah. Oh.
We do gotta start putting these on Spotify too, even though it's gonna be audio. So I'm putting my little dab on my brother's other chicken wing. We're going hard to go home. We're doing 2. They only last dab 1. I need the whole lineup here. Come on.
How many?
This is light work for me.
How many Scovilles is this?
I don't know. You gotta pull up the show.
This is the last one.
Ooh. Yeah, it's the last one. The last dab. Let's do it.
It's really not as bad as I.
It's not that bad, no.
Okay, wait, hold on. Did you show the sauce?
Well, hold my mouth out.
Can you see it? Not really.
Last little sponsor, not a sponsor, but last dab Apollo.
Did it say in the bottle? Oh,
fuck. Heat 10 of 10. The last dab Apollo is the world's only hot sauce made with the Apollo pepper.
I feel that
the
one
new
in my
hottest
face.
pepper from Guinness World Record, holding chili breeder smoking Ed Curry. The Apollo pepper channels the sun's energy to bring new levels of flavor and heat to the world of super hot. Live the hot ones tradition. Anyway, shout out to hot ones.
I'm looking it up.
It's all love.
What's it called? The Apollo?
The Apollo, the last dab. The last hot one's the last dab.
Are you getting a little sweat action?
I'm good. Trained some jiu-jitsu today. Got the body heated up already. You know what I'm saying? I've been eating hotter stuff too. I got this atomic.
3 million.
That's hot.
3 million Scovilles. It's a hybrid between the Carolina Reaper and Pepper X.
Nice.
Oh.
So we're gonna end on. We went to Tekashi 6ix9ine stuff. Yep, Tekashi 6ix9ine's back. We'll just throw in the we'll just throw in the last album on the end of Tekashi 6ix9ine. Do you care about his next album?
No.
All right, me neither.
Will you play it?
Will I play it? No. But I'll watch when it drops.
I will not play it.
So anyway,
I'll watch the Instagram clips though.
Was there something else I want to say about Tekashi 6ix9ine or no?
Oh shit. His beard?
His beard was cool. He looks a little skinnier. He needs to hit the weight room. Tekashi 6ix9ine, if you want to train jiu-jitsu, hit me up. And that's it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Music we're going to do, if there's not like a big album that drops, all the big guys are going to be dropping soon. This one made my tone a little hotter. But if there's not anyone big acts dropping, Drake's dropping soon.
I've been fasting too, bro.
I know. I knew that too.
That's the first thing that hit
I thought you were going to pussy out. Oh, I don't eat till 4. Bitch, you better eat this. So, I knew you'd do it though.
Should we do 3 for good luck?
You want to go hard in the paint?
Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, let's talk music so it's not on the mute though.
Yeah.
So we're
only at 40 minutes, so it's okay. Milk it.
If we don't have a big album to drop, if we don't have a big album to talk about like Drake or J. Cole, Kendrick, we're gonna do our favorite songs of the week. I got 2, just because I roll like that, and we didn't do it last week.
Let's just stick to 2.
Yeah, I said 2.
Yeah, we'll stick to 2.
Okay, so 2 first. I'm gonna do 1. You do 1, then come back here. I'm going to do my favorite song of the week. It's a song called Gravity. It's Brent Faiyaz, however you say his name, Brent Faiyaz, featuring Tyler, the Creator. It's called Gravity. Check it out.
Damn, that's your first one?
Yeah, that's my first one.
All right, I'm going to go with a lot of good music dropped Friday. I'm going to go with Jim Jones and Harry Fraud, Lose Lose.
Dang, I didn't even hear that. Is it good?
It's hard.
Jim Jones was on the podcast, on Joe Budden's podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm just trying to finish it right now.
It was really hard. Really hard.
I need to hear that.
It's good.
You've been liking Jim Jones more lately, though.
I like him a lot. Yeah. The instrumental is amazing on this song. His flow is amazing. He's pretty consistent with his drops.
He's always come off corny to me. I don't know why, but that last album we listened to.
Jim Jones?
Yeah, that last album we listened to was good.
And then what's your number 2?
No, come meet the last album for the number 2.
Oh, okay.
He's coming to grab his last album, number 3. I don't know if this is smart. I only had 3 hard-boiled eggs and a banana today, and now I'm just burning out my whole system.
Eaten.
He hasn't eaten because he does transvestite diets or something. What's it called?
Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting, sorry.
And it's 3:23.
Okay, so my release radar on Spotify doesn't want to work, but it's okay. Come get your dap real quick.
3 for good luck.
3 for good luck. Send us out on a bang.
Let me get a nugget too, just to eat.
Got my hair. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody, because we won't see us again until after Valentine's Day.
What are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I am going to. Shanae's family's coming to town this weekend, so they're going to be here for a couple of days. But then I booked hibachi at Zhanga Hibachi for Sunday night. So here's the last one. I don't want to get on my notebook, but can you see it? I don't know. We did 3. They do 1. They do 1 on Hot Ones. We've done 3 last tabs. Yeah. Say something about it.
It's sweet. It's sweeter than you'd expect.
It's so hot now. It's coming out sweet. I'm not even feeling nothing anymore. I don't think it's safe to do that many. You just become numb to it. I don't even feel anything.
We could get through the show easy.
Yeah, I don't even feel anything. I don't really feel anyone. The one that always shows the hottest that people have always struggled throughout the years is that number 8, Atomic. But that was good. Probably the buildup of it all adds up. Okay, so the other one that my phone doesn't want to work right now, so I'm going to have to kill Spotify. Give me a second here. If you want to say your second one.
I'll give you my number 2.
There you go.
I'm going to go with the Benny the Butcher, Trade It All. I think that dropped Friday, too.
Yeah. Well, that was just a music video.
When he's in the Buffalo Bills and everything?
Yeah, that was a music video.
Oh, it was?
That was from his last album.
Damn.
But
okay, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go with the Vic Mensa.
Okay.
Shelter.
You like
with
it?
Chance the Rapper.
Yeah, I like that song. I just played it for Shanae. I love that song, actually.
It was really good. I was surprised.
Chance rap when he raps. When he raps in that tone, he's the best. Like that kind of, I don't know. Like his last couple of stuff, we didn't even talk about when he did the Justin Bieber, Chance the Rapper, Justin Bieber, Holy Ghost, which I kind of liked it, but it's still like Chance hasn't done one of those verses which he used to get hard on. His type of hard. Chance is hard in his own right, but when he's having like this opinionated verse, it always comes off harder.
People have been shitting on him recently.
They have. I think it's some COINTELPRO stuff too. Like he was back in marriage, and that's like the opposite of hip hop. So COINTELPRO, if you don't know, is when they try to quiet the good and push out the bad. Kind of like Demon Time. Demon Time at the halftime.
I was surprised. It only has 100,000 views.
It's good.
I think it dropped Friday.
Vic Mensa went away for a long time. I saw an interview with Vic Mensa like 5 years ago with Hot 97 with Ebro, and he was so pussy back then. But so I always just now he's trying to he came out trying to be hard again. I always just think he's kind of pussy, but I love Chance and I do like that song. It was
a good song.
Yeah, Wyclef Jean made it good too.
Oh yeah, the hook was amazing.
Yeah, check out that song.
The hook makes the song actually.
Yeah. Pull up the song. Why my Spotify? I can't kill it. That's the one thing about these new iPhones too. There we go. You used to be able to kill apps with just like the double press or whatever. Now with the scan up, you gotta like scan it around. Like, bro, kill my app, refresh that shit, and let me get my release radar.
You're just a little slow, I think.
So okay, hard. Yeah. My other ones is Bad News featuring Benny the Butcher. It's called Good Vibes. That shit's hard. One, because they have like the bad news guy. His tone is kind of like the newer guys with Benny the Butcher, and I like that. Usually, like it's Benny the Butcher and Conway and all the Griselda guys. They all kind of have that gritty vibe, but I like when they have the mix up. Kind of when Russ and Benny the Butcher did that song on Russ's album, which was hard. I need to blow my nose. So
Griselda has been consistent with the drops.
Yeah,
and they kill everything. The only thing is their flow is. It's fairly similar on every song, you know? So it's like you kind of get burned out a little bit. That's
what I'm saying. The Benny, this one's cool because the Benny with the guy's voice is different. And then that's why I like Benny on Russ. And ooh, that was good. It went away already. I'm a savage. So
I still feel it in my face.
Woo!
But
you said did you want to say about the Conway album, or did you want to talk about the Conway
Yeah, I mean, I played
Shady?
through it for the first time. A new Conway project dropped with Big Ghost, LTD. I don't know who that is. If it bleeds, it can be killed, which is a pretty hard album title.
All his album titles are hard, though. From God to a King.
From King to a God.
From King to a God, don't play with me.
There's one intro and the 9 songs. Out of the 9 for my first playthrough, I probably like 6 of them. Okay. So
I gotta play through that.
There's one song like he's rapping off beat and it's one of the slow instrumentals, and I just don't like those type of songs. You know.
There's ones on there that I like.
Yeah. There's 6 good ones. I'm gonna play through it at the gym today. I mean tomorrow.
And then you were saying, Conway, the whole Griselda team on Shady, they had a group deal where they had to make a group album, and then they all had an individual deal. They all had to drop an album. And Conway is last to drop the single album, but the other guys are off of Shady. And they'll probably
what are the rumors that they're making Conway the single star and keeping him on a Shady or something? Or?
I heard a Conway interview, and that's just all talk. They're all good. People are just making a big deal of it because Conway's still on Shady Records and they left. But
who do you prefer music-wise? Conway?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
I like Conway, and I like Benny the Butcher. They're different, but Conway just gritty. I probably like more songs with Benny the Butcher on it, though.
Yeah.
Benny the Butcher was on the Royce da 5'9" song in Allegory that was hard. Yeah. On the Russ song that was hard. He's on this song that's hard.
I feel like I like Benny's verses more.
Yeah, I do too. I like Benny's verses more, actually.
Yeah.
So I just like Conway because he got shot in the
side, yeah.
In the side.
Does he have Bell's palsy?
Or looks like it? I got shot in the fucking cheek palsy. Like, if you got shot in the cheek, you're gonna have a messed up mouth. But
I actually just played the. Did you ever watch their freestyle on Charlie Sloth?
Yeah, I didn't like it. I think they were singing.
You didn't like it?
They were singing a song though. I think.
No.
They all rapped their own thing.
You didn't see it. I promise you.
It was 3 individual. They were standing up.
2. Yeah.
Where's that 3 other guys there?
Benny and Conway rap. There's 3 guys standing. I don't know who the other guy was.
It's the other one.
Okay.
I gotta spit.
Don't do that. But it's one of the hardest
Charlie
freestyles
I seen one on Charlie Sloth, and they kept doing the one guy kept doing that, and for some reason that was turning me off. But
it's a hard freestyle.
Yeah,
you got to go back and play through it. But they've been killing it.
I'll check that one out. All right, so that's our new releases of the week.
If we want to do another hot take, little Uzi Vert.
Okay.
With new
24 karat diamond. I don't know. He just showed.
Don't worry about that.
24 karat diamond.
25 million? Is that what they said? He spent 25 million?
Yeah.
Do you think this is going to be a new trend?
I hope not.
With the...
I hope not.
Jewel implant?
Seems really silly, and people can't afford that, so.
I saw there's another guy, I don't know who it was, with a cheek little jewel.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm cool with all that.
I mean, what if I feel like someone's going to rob him and just rip it out, you know? It's 25 million. You know what people would do for 25 million?
Was that real that you sent me of it bleeding, or was that fake?
I think that was real.
I think it was fake. Check it.
Was it fake?
Yeah, I think it was.
It's hard for me to type on.
Okay, well, he had a 24 karat diamond in his forehead. 25 karat. I don't know. I was saying 24 million. It's just 24 karat, right?
It's $24 million or something like that. 22 million, something.
So someone's trying to start a trend, and I think India already had that trend though. So you're behind the 8 ball.
Who did?
India, the country.
With the bead.
Yeah, I don't know. I could be wrong.
Damn. That's the swag he's stealing.
I guess so.
Gandhi.
Yeah, I think he thinks he's Gandhi.
Damn.
I'm cool with that picture. Take it off my screen.
And another little physical change to someone in the music industry. Your favorite rapper, Lil Nas X. What do you feel?
It's not real, right?
No, it's on his Instagram.
What we're reading, he showed me Lil Nas X's Twitter. And
got bored, so I bought titties. What you guys think? Question mark. So how does that make you feel?
So I have no take other than I don't think it's real though. I think those are fake boobies on Instagram. Those are fake like Instagram filters.
They're fake.
Yeah. I'm not gonna.
I think it's for a music video or something. I'm gonna have to take this off now. Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's fake. I mean, if it's real, I might have a real take on it, but I'm pretty sure that it has to be fake.
Maybe he'll be the first transgender rapper.
Oh, do you, bro?
The Bruce Jenner of
I'm
hip-hop.
not disrespecting anyone's sexuality or preference.
Not disrespect. I'm just saying he might be the next one.
Yeah, maybe. Go for it, buddy. Yeah, go Old Town Road it up the road, bro. But yeah, check it out. I think those have to be fake.
Speaking of that, Cardi B dropped a new music video for her song.
Nice. I didn't see the song. I didn't hear. I saw the song. I didn't listen. I heard it through a podcast.
I didn't hear the song, but I watched the music video.
Is it good? Yeah, same old. Yeah.
She's making out with dancers and.
Oh, there we go. More demon time.
Demon time.
Well, speaking of demon time, the Weeknd's halftime.
Oh yeah,
performance.
what did you think of that?
He was lip singing. The audio was messed up at the beginning. Those are always weird to me. He was like, I don't know what he was doing with Michael Jackson's little feet in. I'm like, all right, bro, good job.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time. Was a little. He was trying to Michael Jackson it out a little bit with the bedazzled jacket.
Yeah,
too.
I've honestly never even seen him like in anything.
Yeah,
like I've never seen a performance, a music
I saw
video.
him at Coachella.
I've never seen his body language. I've just seen like his face.
Yeah,
I've never seen his body language in my entire life. Oh, you saw him at Coachella.
Yeah,
so
it was when Drake headlined, and I think The Weeknd headlined.
Because he was under OVO at one point, right?
I think he still is. Yeah,
he still is.
Yeah,
I think he got so big he's doing his own thing, but
I don't know. I felt like it was a little awkward for Superbowl.
You know what was good? I didn't really like the national anthem, but her killed that.
Oh, she did. With the electric guitar,
America Beautiful, she killed that.
Yeah, she did.
And I liked, what's the girl's name? It's Jasmine Sullivan. I just don't like them trying to mix two cultures. Like
the country with the...
Yeah, I get what I understood.
It was actually good.
Yeah.
I was laughing in the beginning, but they ended it well.
It was well.
They kind of played off each other.
No, it was good.
Yeah, it was surprisingly good.
I just felt like they were trying to get two demographics in. I'm like, I'm cool with all this.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But her killed that. I love that America the Beautiful. We could have talked about this in the halftime show, but we'll just do all music. I mean, on the Super Bowl talk. But yeah, her killed that America the Beautiful. I was really impressed by that. So that is it with music talk. Let's just wrap this up. Yeah, we good.
Is that it?
Yeah. I don't have anything else written down.
Anything with cards?
No cars. We haven't been in the
Gary V posted this little thing. It was of The Rock playing at University of Miami. Have you seen that card? It goes for $45,000. It just sold for $45,000. His shirt's
like cut up. You can see his abs. He has like a short shirt.
No.
The Rock.
He's in 3-point stance at University of Miami. $45,000 just sold for.
Oh, speaking of cards, we could say remember Logan Paul winning about $2 million worth of Pokemon cards,
which is crazy.
I see everybody going around and talking like, "Mom, will you check my Pokemon cards?"
Yeah,
I grew up with because we all had Pokemon cards at that point. I had those Charizard cards. I guess it's just like anything else now. Having that PSA 10 from anything in 2000 is hard to get.
I watched the video because you sent it to me when he was buying the $2 million, but I guess he did a live stream previously and he was selling off the packs or something. Because I saw Steve Aoki pulled some crazy card, and I guess the Charmander's like $350,000 if you have a PSA Charizard. If it's a PSA 10, I guess the holographic is the shit for Pokemon. Do you not know anything about it?
No, I know Charizard. Yeah, I know Charizard.
Do you know the holographic cards though? I guess those are the.
Yeah, well, the Charizard one was always holographic. The Charizard holographic, the Blastoise, the Venusaur, and then like Charmander, who you said, or whatever his name was, he was like the first evolution. Then it went to a second evolution. Then Charizard was the third. But I'm pretty sure his cards were always holographic.
Yeah.
Blastoise, Venusaur. Yeah, I remember Zapdos.
Those cases are like $300,000, $350,000 per case.
Wow.
Of that.
Well, the thing is,
could you imagine?
I was listening to this trading card podcast. They're saying that you could just hold the wax, and wax never gets old. So you could just buy the wax cases, keep those for years, because the wax will never get old. Because people always want to buy the boxes to see what's in them. So you can just sit on wax forever.
Damn.
So the only other card thing, Zion's balled the last couple of games, even since our last podcast.
Yeah.
He had back-to-back 30, and they've won. They're winning. They've won like 3 in a row. So your goal to get that card back up is Pelicans start winning and make it to the playoffs.
Have you paid attention to LaMelo Ball's cards or no?
Because the like all the big brands wait until the end of the year to come out. So they want to see all the players come out before they start unleashing all that stuff. But yeah, none of like the Prism, none of the big brands are out for this year of NBA.
Cool.
That's it. All right. Well, that's KandiShow episode 2. This time we will release the whole podcast from start to finish.
Right.
Because the audio's good and I actually spoke into the microphone like I should. We're still going to split it up into little parts. And yeah, subscribe to our channel.
No, we have the outro.
We have the outro. So
we'll plug that.
Well, don't subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Still subscribe to our channel. I don't care. Like our channel. Hit the chime button. And that's it.
Bam.
We're out of there. Bye.
Peace. 55.
That's good.
Yeah.